Good morning. I wanted to do this is a follow-up video to one I did a couple of days ago about a 2015 Dodge Challenger drive with drive shaft issues. And I just want to show you now. This is the kit. I've got the center hanger bearing had fell apart. The hanger had fell apart. The bearing had torn out. The bearing is still in great shape. Now this kit that I've got here this is off of Amazon. And instead of having to pull the drive shaft out or replace the drive shaft or anything like that, or pull it apart and tear the old bearing off, which the location I took it to get when I was getting tires on it, and they found this, their only option was to put a drive shaft in it. But I don't know if this number helps. This is the only thing that's on the box. But this is the kit that I got off of eBay. And obviously it's Chinese made, but it's the center bearing support. And so when this tears out, what you do is your bearing's still on the drive shaft. If your bearing's good, this kit will fix it. You just go in after you cut this off, you trim up your bearing, the rubber that's around your bearing, and you trim it up till it'll fit inside this groove. It comes with two of these, and the other one's laying under the car. But you basically sandwich these around your existing good bearing, and then then you put that in there, and the other rubber piece goes in here. You put that around there. This bolts back in place of your original hanger, and then you just bolt this on here, and problem is fixed, apparently. And it comes with everything you see here, and plus it's got a set of gloves in it if you've got tiny enough hands. But anyway, this was $49 off of Amazon, so I'm gonna get under there, and I've took the exhaust out, I dropped the heat shield, and then I dropped this, and then all I had to do was took my cutoff wheel, cut that, and this is pretty soft, you can just pull it by hand. Had to cut the rubber. And then I trimmed up around the bearing with a pocket knife. And so far it's been pretty easy. I'm into this project about an hour at this point. And that's counting tearing everything apart. So anyway, I'll get under there, and I'm gonna start assembling this, and then I'll cut back in and show you how that goes. So this is I've got the old bearing rubber trimmed up around the bearing. I've got to keep working that in. That's the only real difficult or challenging part, I guess, is you just got to keep working that down in until you get the ends of this spacer bushing together. But that captures your old bearing, and then you just clamp the base on. So I'll have that done shortly, and give you another little shot on that. Okay, here's a video of it all assembled. And if you're putting one of these in, bear in mind that this does have a left and a right, and therefore a front and a back. I didn't realize that until I started bolting it together, and I had mine backwards, but this leg on the passenger side drops down. So if you got one of them, be careful, because it just it'll bolt up the other way. It just kind of looks funny, and I don't want to throw anything off. But that was pretty simple. My brother's going to be here in a few minutes. I'm going to go on and put the heat shield back on, and he's going to be here in a minute to help me put the exhaust on. And I think from the time I started jacking the car up till I get it back on the ground, we're going to be at about 2 hours for this entire project. And the only thing I had help on was helping me stick the exhaust back in it. So that's pretty simple. And like I said, even if I can get another 40-50,000 miles out of that bearing there, which seems fine, it's definitely well worth that. So that's just my experience with this so far. I'll get some miles on it. If I have any issue out of it, I'll put an update on it. So y'all have a good day. Thank you.